Well, good morning. So, uh, today when I woke up, the sleep apnea machine, I had used it for a little over 5 hours last night. And again, I woke up kind of feeling like I had a really good night's sleep, but I needed more. So, um, that's always interesting. Uh, and then this morning, I downloaded a time tracker for my phone because one, I have a really crazy, I could be working with one company for a few minutes, the next company for a few minutes. It's really hard to keep track of. So I'm hoping this time tracker will help out. Um, One of the things that I have an issue with is I tend to, since I can program, and when as a system architect, um, I'm really good at developing apps and stuff like that. And so when I see an app, I hate downloading other people's apps. And I mean, it's nothing against other people. I mean, a lot of the apps out there are really, really good. Um, I just, I want to make something that's very customized for what I'm doing. And so I always have a hard time downloading other people's apps. um, Not that I have any out there because I'm horrible at keeping focused on that, but um, yeah, so it's always interesting when I download someone else's app. I'm all like, hey, you could probably do that or do that. I'd probably change it. Just being a pain in the butt, I guess. But so now I got that time tracker thing going. I also did it because I feel like I'm not putting enough time into certain things. So the best way to do that or to address that is to keep track of it and make sure that way I can know how much I'm putting into certain things. And because I mean, if you rely on your own sense of time, some people have a really good sense of time, and some people like me could go an entire day and think only a couple hours have passed because I'm so into something, or I could be doing something that I really, really don't like, and it could feel like it's just taken forever, and so my sense of time is horrible. So, um, I'm hoping this time tracker will help me out a little bit. But, ah, what else is going on today? I've been going back and forth. One of the things, I mean, the books that I write are pretty much self-published because the publishing company is one that I started. Um, and there's hopes to publish other people, and I have a couple things in the works that are slowly in the works, but so I'm pretty much self-published. And I was going through with the second book that I'm doing, Lazy Ann and Hyper Piper, the children's book. We're going through the illustration stage right now, and I mean, obviously, there's stages that kind of happen simultaneously, but um, one of the things that I noticed with my first book is, I needed to really start developing that audience and people who are interested in the book before it came out. And I really didn't start focusing on developing an audience until later on in the process. And so this time around, I'm working with the illustrator. First step with the illustrations is to create character sketches. How we feel the characters will look like and stuff like that. And we've gotten past that part, and now we're into this is what I changed from the last time is we're doing marketing images and the cover image. Because I can use that to start building an audience and start getting people interested in the book. So that's what he's doing now is he's sending me cover designs and sketches for the very rough sketches for the marketing images. And so we go back and forth, and that's kind of the stage we're in right now. He's sent me 11 sketches, 10 for the marketing images and one for the cover, and I gave him my feedback on that, and he got back to me, and now he's working on changing the things that I gave feedback on. And one of the things that I really like working with this illustrator is we kind of think alike. So some of the feedback I had given him, he was already thinking that about that image, so it works out pretty good when you find someone that you can work with like that. One of the other things that I'm working on right now too is starting to build that audience. I mean, I have a few sketches that I can use to start building interest in the book. I wish it was going a little bit better. I mean, these things take time, and I know I'm going on, but one of the things that's kind of frustrating is I run marketing campaigns on Facebook in order to draw some interest about the upcoming book, and the same thing happened to me with Dandy's Candies. The marketing campaign that I did, and I've got some experience in marketing and search engine optimization, and so the campaigns are, they're going really well, and I'm getting the target audience that I want, and I'm getting really good results on my marketing. According to Facebook, both my campaigns on the two different books are running at 95% better than other campaigns like that are similar to mine. And so I really like hearing that, because obviously every dime that I spend, I am hoping that it pays off. The one thing that I have noticed though is, even with all the audience, I'm not very good at engaging that audience, and that's one of the things that I got to work on. I mean, when you have a social media following, you've got to keep them engaged and keep them interested. And you're supposed to provide a service and provide more information, and provide a service that they're getting something out of. And while I'm good at the marketing part, I need to be better at the engaging part, because I've got probably about 4,000 followers, probably a little bit more, probably more around 5,000, with the combination of all my different social media outlets, and I'm just not engaging my audience, so I got to work on that. Obviously, you can tell from these videos that and I know this, I'm not doing very good at keeping them entertaining. And if you're watching all these up to this point, you know that I have like 3 or 4 different areas that I usually do the videos: my room, my car, or along the walking trail that I do. And trust me, I'm working on improving that. Okay, well, I've randomly talked for about 8 minutes here, so I'm gonna get back to work, and probably gonna go for my daily walk, and keep working on this time tracking, because I really need to pay attention to where I'm losing time, because I just don't feel like I'm working on things enough. So I guess it's time to get going here.